What is self-regulation? Self-regulation is the ability to manage your emotions, behaviors, and body in response to what's happening around you. It helps us stay calm, focused, and in control so we can meet goals, follow directions, and respond appropriately to different situations. Self-regulation is a highly individualized skill and process. We each have different methods and needs when regulating ourselves. If a child has frequent outbursts or behaviors affecting their daily life, it's easy to worry that something is wrong with your child. However, most of the time, these are signs of a lagging skill. A crucial first step is to identify the skills a child is struggling to develop. If you can name the skill, you can specifically target it. Otherwise, we exhaust our efforts trying strategies that might miss the mark. But please keep in mind, you are not meant to know it all. Collaborate with colleagues, parents, therapists, doctors to get on track to naming any lagging skills. I always like to break self-regulation into 4 specific areas. Emotional regulation. Emotional regulation is essentially a person's way of correctly naming an emotion and reacting to that emotion in a healthy way. Behavior regulation. Behavior regulation relates to a child's ability to understand the cause and effects of their actions. We all have a need to connect and get the attention of others. This skill set is important in knowing how to get attention in an appropriate way. Third, cognitive regulation. Cognitive regulation is a child's ability to control and manage thoughts for tasks like problem solving, learning, remembering, and flexible thinking. Fourth is physiological regulation, regulating our bodies. This includes sensory regulation, which is a big deal. Sensory regulation helps manage our body's responses and energy throughout the day. So let me give examples of each to get you on the right track of naming then taming self-regulation skills. Example 1. A child has consistent and predictable meltdowns, including inconsolable crying when at a sporting event. No matter what, whenever the crowd cheers or the announcer speaks, the crying begins. The meltdowns don't usually end until the child leaves the event. Which regulation skill out of those 4 do you think this child struggles with? If you thought of physiological regulation or specifically sensory regulation, you are correct. Example 2. Try this activity with your child or student and see how well they do. Reserve this for children older than 8 years old. Have fun naming a random activity like putting on socks, writing the alphabet, or doing 5 jumping jacks. Ask the child to estimate how long they think that task will take and write it down. Do the task, then use a timer to see how long it actually takes. Are they off by a lot or a little? This can highlight an issue with time management. So oftentimes children have a hard time completing what they would consider simple tasks like putting on socks because they struggle with time. They think the task takes dramatically longer than it actually does and then don't want to do that task. Can you think of what regulation skill this might describe? If you said cognitive regulation, you are correct. Let's do one more. A student often reacts to situations with anger, even in situations where students may get sad or happy. Regardless of the situation, they just seem mad. When they are mad, they throw things, say mean things, or even run out of the room. Which skill or skills does this child struggle with? If you thought emotional regulation or behavior regulation, you are correct. What a relief that we don't even have to consider cognitive or physiological regulation. We are on the right track. I hope this helps you understand self-regulation a little bit better. With practice, I know you will get better and better at the crucial first step of self-regulation, naming the skill to focus on to move towards taming any lagging skills.